Hi, how's everyone out there doing? Happy St. Stephen's Day, Unboxing Day, Return Your Gifts Day. I am here
Yeah.
with the amazing Mel Kelly, author of Born in Ireland, Made in Germany, and Top Tips for Dating Disasters in Germany. And I hope that you got these amazing books for Christmas. Yo, day after Christmas. Go ahead, Mel.
Hey, 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 happy Christmas to you, Amy, the amazing Amy Hamilton, the amazing author of these fantastic books, the project manager and the consummate communicator. Absolutely fantastic Christmas presents. I hope you got these for all your friends you're trying to get rid of, all your partners that you're trying to get rid of. These are the perfect items. But for anyone who is trying to get ahead in their life, make themselves better, these are the perfect books for great. It's a little bit like buying, for example, your partner buying them a kitchen appliance. You cannot buy your partner a self-improvement book.
That's probably true. There's a little bit of truth into this.
You can't buy, it's like a Christmas gift for your partner or dating partner or somebody. Oh, let's buy them a kitchen appliance, like buy them a toaster or a sandwich maker or, a Hoover. Could you imagine getting a Hoover as a Christmas present from your
I did
beloved?
get a saw for Christmas once. I was pretty
Oh,
happy.
a saw.
Yeah, like I was like, yeah, this is cool. Like power tools, I'm kind of like, yeah, I have a secret power tool fetish, which could probably be like, which probably should let's forward. Let's talk about Christmas gifting. This is today's episode.
Yeah, so Christmas gift of a Hoover, a toaster, a sandwich maker, washing up liquid, an apron. These are hit the top list of the worst things you can buy for your partner.
So it's really
Current or
important
future? Current or future?
for you to understand what your partner finds valuable. I actually had a friend tell me a story with her parents when she was growing up, where literally her dad got her mom a toilet seat for Christmas. And he wondered why she was mad. And he's like, "But you said you wanted this very, like, very ornate, very fancy toilet seat to help and upgrade the bathroom look." And she's like, "This is not an appropriate Christmas present."
I
So,
think
did anybody out there yesterday get inappropriate Christmas
I
presents? We
think
want to read your
we
comments.
could invite him onto the show. I think he could even give worse advice than even I could. That is a fantastic a toilet seat for your partner. Oh
I
my
mean, right,
God.
mind you, this was a long time ago, but before the internet.
There's no excuses. No excuse. That's a fantastic toilet
Yes,
seat. That's no.
that is
So
by far the worst story I've ever heard, though.
yes, that goes into the next edition of the book.
And the next year, the mom got him, like, one of those, like, toilet paper racks or something, but he didn't get it. He was like, "Oh, this is great." And she's like, "Oh." Like, yeah, I just remember this went on for years, and my friend was just telling me, like, they would go back and forth, and she would try to, like, get him a gift that he would be offended by, but he was always like, "Oh, this is great." And she was like, "Oh." But did anybody out there get really bad gifts for Christmas? Gifts where you're like, "I think I might have to break up over
Yeah,
this."
like toilet roll or something. Yeah, there you go. There it doesn't get worse than a toilet seat. Toilet roll, that's got to be worse than a
Well,
toilet
it
seat.
wasn't the toilet rolls, it was like the stand that you put
I
the
know.
toilet
I
paper
know.
on, yeah.
Yeah, I
But,
know.
do you ever go to those white elephant parties, like, where everybody has to bring a bad gift?
Yeah. They're
I
awful.
did have a friend who brought, like, a big pack of, Charmin last year. Oh, I don't know if we can list brands here, but, a big pack
Charmin.
of
What's that?
toilet paper,
Oh,
and the whole thing was because of the pandemic last year, toilet paper was a very hot item, right? So
it was up there with gold. It was up there with gold and other rare ores.
yeah, so last year at our little, ladies' weight elephant, she did bring a whole thing of toilet paper, but we were all kinda like, "That's legit." Like like, we should have this in our
Well, last
lives.
year I think a bunch of toilet roll might have been a very desirable Christmas gift last year.
Okay, but Mel, you're dating someone and they get you a gift and you good gifts, bad gifts. How do you pick out a gift for your partner?
Well,
What's your bad
obviously,
advice on this?
the best advice I can give that I would do is I give people my book. I'm giving them a piece of me. It's a piece of me. It's like when you're four, and you get a Christmas card and you throw it out and it's all scribbly, and then you give this to your mother, your father, or whoever, and everybody just goes, everybody just has to accept it. I mean, obviously, it's a piece of paper with, terrible drawings on it and whatever. But at 4, because you put so much love to TLC into that card, that the receiver of that gift just has to accept it. So I see it in the same way. I'm like that 4-year-old giving people my book. They
But Mal, if you haven't written a book, what should you give somebody?
My book. You can buy my book and give it to them. And if you're really stuck, you can buy Amy's book, and then you No, I'm just saying is this year you can give them my book. Next year you can give them Amy's book. How's that? That I think would be.
Because after you give Mel's book, they need to recover with my books.
To get their life back in order.
Exactly. But on a serious note, Mel, I think that one of the things that really matters, and we talked about this a little bit in our prep for the show, was an understanding that what you value, like a toilet seat, may not be what your partner values. And understanding like
so toilet seat, toilet roll, like I mean, it's
right, exactly.
Yeah.
But really kind of understanding that you're not buying the gift for you or what you would want, but understanding what the other person would want is critical in gift buying. Yes.
Yeah. It's wonderful. I read about that once in a book.
Well, you certainly didn't write it.
Not the one I wrote. And I'm hearing it for the second time here from you. Sorry.
But the other thing is, what if you got a gift that's terrible?
I don't understand what you're talking about. Can you repeat that?
But what if you got a gift that's terrible and you want to return it? How would you approach that? Or do you just accept it?
Amazon. Amazon have a great refund policy. No. If you have a gift that you don't like and you want to return.
Yeah, like especially like say somebody got you something fairly expensive.
Like $5, $10, $50, $100.
No, much more than that. Say it was like a couple $100 or a couple hundred euros.
A couple €100, right? Okay.
Well, enough to like if it's $5, you don't care about returning it. But I mean, if it's a very expensive gift and you're like, ooh, I really, really don't like this. This doesn't work for me. Should you approach the person and say, hey, you want to return it or exchange it, or just let it go? Like I had a time where somebody bought me this bottle of perfume, and there's no way I was gonna ever wear it. And it was like, $150 or so bottle of perfume.
Okay.
And so I was like, ooh, like this is literally gonna go on the shelf and eventually go away. So should you mention it, or do you just keep it forever?
No, keep it forever. I mean, it takes up space. We have limited space, God, my goodness, we're cluttering up our lives, You can give it to somebody else.
So regifting is your
regifting it, risk gifting it, but make sure you don't regift it back to them. That's the main thing, or anybody that they know. That's the most important thing.
But on a thing like a perfume, here's my question. Now your partner thinks that you like this scent.
Change the partner.
So you should just break up. Like you're just like I'm sorry. Like don't hurt their feelings. Just move on.
Just move on. If they chose the wrong partner, they obviously don't understand you. Yeah, it's over. It's never going to work out.
Because the problem, my personal situation, I'm sharing with the world here, is I love pink, right? And I have a lot of pink stuff and a lot of roses in my life, right? And things like that. And so people think, oh, like they smell something rose scented, and they go, oh, I should get that for Amy. But I don't really like the rose scent very much. A lot of times it can be like very overpowering. And so, but this guy got me this very expensive like rose scented perfume, and I was sort of like, now what? Because I'm never gonna wear this.
I'll give it to your mother or your sister, or I don't know.
Right, but now like what happens like when he wants to get more rose scented stuff for me? I broke up with him, so I took your advice. I was like, I can't. I'm done.
I'm done. Yeah.
But I did. I felt very trapped because I was like, I can't tell this person like this isn't my thing. At the same time, it was
So it was easier to break up with him than to say it was a bad present.
I mean, there's a lot of other reasons. It wasn't just.
But essentially, it was easier. Okay. So you've got even worse advice than I have then.
Is that worse advice? Because you said the same thing.
No.
I just gave you a real life story.
You just said, you broke up with somebody because you don't like their present. I mean, that's an awful reason.
Well, no, because they didn't know me. Like you said, like if you know the person.
Yeah, you're still going to make it wrong. This is the problem. This thing. I don't know, the fantasy that men can understand and read your minds, and we know what you want, you know? I mean,
No, like the guy who got me the saw, he knew me. He was like, power saw. Like, who doesn't want a power saw for Christmas? Right? I mean, get it. Men, most women do not want this, right? Like, most women would rather have perfume. But I'm just saying, know the person, and at least you're in the ballpark and you show that, like, you have a better understanding of them.
by getting perfume as opposed to a power saw.
Well, like, it just, you should know, like, maybe your partner really does want Mel's book. I don't know what's wrong with them. Maybe you should reconsider.
She'll realize how lucky she is to have you as a partner after she goes, oh my goodness, it could be so much worse.
I mean,
I have
you know,
somebody who said that it has helped their marriage after reading my book. It has helped their marriage because they realized how whatever their marriage condition was in or state it was in, it was so much better than anything I could offer in my.
I mean, because dating is hard. I mean, I do know a lot of people who say they think
Yeah.
about dating and then they decide like they'd rather stay together than try dating again. Because
Yeah, and so by reading all those dating disaster stories, they realized how lucky they were to have each other and actually strengthen their marriage. And that's a success story that I'm very proud of. I'm helping people to stay happily married. I mean, that's a fantastic.
wow, that is such a nice positive note for the day. And no, I'm glad to hear that because, as authors, when you put your love and your soul and everything into your books, and a lot of people want to tell you all the negative feedback on it, and it's good. It's good to learn. At the same time, it can also be like a real challenge, and it can be really hard. Just like a gift, feedback is a gift, and you can do what you want with that gift. And the positive
Like
feedback,
break up with the person.
like
If you
break
don't
up
like
with the person.
if you don't like the perfume, break up with them.
Yeah, but I mean, if somebody gives you like a really bad review on Amazon, like you can do what you need to with that feedback. I mean, your TEDx talk, I know, like you had some brutal comments.
What's it got to do with giving presents?
Feedback is a gift, so you can do what you want with this feedback, but you learn and you grow from it. And I think that in the
This is
case of
beautiful.
this, how this helped people's marriage, I mean, this is probably something you never expected from your book. So what a wonderful gift.
That's a wonderful gift of Christmas. And I implore you that if anyone who's out there, anyone who's struggling in a relationship, anyone who's struggling in their marriage, read my book, and then you'll realize that what you have is probably a lot better than what is going on in that book.
Yes, and much better than dating Mel. So Mal, next time we meet, it is going to be 2023. Or
Yes.
is it 2023?
23,
2022? I don't even know what year. I just forgot.
25. It's one of those. Pick a number,
I just feel like all the years have blended in. So it's going to be
Yeah.
2022
My
in
goodness.
another week when we talk, and we're going to be talking about New Year's resolutions.
Oof.
And more importantly, for New Year's resolutions, should you make dating resolutions? Like I've had friends say, "This is the year I'm going to meet my man," or "This is the year I'll get a date one man a week." And there's like a lot of commitment. Well, one man a week until they find the right one or whatever. And, but should you make dating resolutions? I think that's a real question. And I have no doubt you will be able to give tremendously bad advice on this topic.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to seeing you all next week, guys. And thank you so much, Amy. And happy Christmas to all of
Not
you
just
out there.
next week, but next year. Happy holidays,
Yeah.
everyone.
Happy holidays, everyone. I hope you're having a great time, and we will see you all